Hi, I'm Jack Westman for ESWC and I'm here in Paris, France for the Electronic Sports World Cup 2011. I'm here with Josh Steele Nissan. Is that pronounced right?
Nissan.
Nissan, okay, for Czech 6 Gaming. First of all, how was the trip?
The trip wasn't too bad. Should I grab it or?
If you want.
The trip wasn't too bad. We all came from different spots. I met up with Neil in Montreal, and we flew into Paris together. Kerry and Sam Dazed came together from California, and then Trey flew by himself. So the flights itself weren't too bad. We found our way on the metro pretty easily, so that wasn't too bad either. And we got to check out the Eiffel Tower, Galerie Lafayette, all the shops. So the trip itself was pretty good so far.
Okay. Eiffel Tower on your first day, that's pretty keen.
We didn't get to really see much of it at all. We just saw it, took a picture of it. That's about it. We didn't really go and tour it or anything like that. But
yeah, you've got to see the sights, I guess. Okay, am I right in thinking that you came to DS Rack last year? Okay, but you're the only guy from Czech 6 that has been to Europe before, right?
Yes. No. TCK actually, sorry. TCK has been. He went with Blight last year with Sasquatch, Cheeks, 4-Shot, and P1, and they placed something like 12th to 16th place. Yeah. Not a good showing by any means, but I've been playing with him for the past 10 months now. We just won ESWC land together, so he has a potential. I think he just got screwed over with that roster, with a few of the players in particular. But I think he knows how the European scenes run, and I think he's got the experience to, with mine combined, to actually know how to take down the Euros.
Okay. So with a couple of you guys having experience with European teams, has that kind of affected the way you've prepared for this event? Have you prepared differently than you would for a North American event? Have you scrimmed any of the European teams? Anything like that? How have you prepared, basically?
Yeah. We scrimmed a few. We scrimmed LDLC, but we weren't a full team. We were a mix. We had a ringer in place for Neil because he had work. We didn't do too great, like as we had hoped we would have done, but I mean it wasn't a total blowout by any means. And we also did a few scrims versus European mixes, and that was pretty decent as well. So we know kind of what to expect. For the most part, Dazed used to be our strat caller. I've been strat culling more recently because I have more experience with the Europeans. I know what to expect. I know how to counter them because I was at DS Rack. So I don't know if this is a permanent decision or just temporary, because I want to make sure that we're prepared and we don't get absolutely pummeled in the first group play, basically, the first round of group play. Yeah. So we've been preparing, trying to, I guess, set up for more Euro style versus our traditional standard play, which won't work too well against Europeans. Yeah. So that's how we've kind of been adapting so far.
Okay. Jumping back to the American scene a little bit, you recently dethroned Team Dynamic as I think they were going for their 6th consecutive ESWC LAN victory. Does that make you the best team in America now?
Arguably, it goes both ways. Some people say that we are because we were finally able to dethrone them. We did it 4-0 in the finals. So a lot of people say that we are the best team. Other people say that since it was just the one land victory, and they've been basically establishing dominance for the previous 5 ESWC seasons, that I guess they still have that. We haven't fully dethroned them out of North America. Right. I guess just because they had such a long standing dominance, and I guess dominance over North America, that some people just can't let them go.
Yeah. Okay. Well, okay, maybe not the best team in America, jostling for first place. Either way, there's only 2 teams from North America here, and in a sea of Europeans. Do you feel any pressure to kind of represent North America? Are you pressured to? I mean, are you defending your continent almost?
Well, we are representing North America, as so is Dynamic. I don't necessarily look at it as we're representing North America as a whole. I mean, a lot of people view it as such, but we're representing North America, we're representing Czech 6, we're representing ourselves as individuals. So we are representing all of that. We're not really pressured by anything. We're just going to go and play our game and win. and we're not too worried about who we're representing. But yeah, we're here with North America.
Okay. Yeah, you mentioned you're representing Czech 6. You were, of course, picked up by Czech 6 just after the ESEA LAN finals, and your attendance at ESWC was confirmed quite late on compared to some of the other teams. Have you had enough time to kind of prepare, or is this all a bit rushed?
We actually knew that we had an ESWC invite for a while, as long as every other team. We got the invite at the same time. Yeah. The decision to actually confirm our attendance wasn't until Czech 6 did pick us up, and that wasn't until very close to the deadline date, basically, of having our tickets all purchased. And I mean, it was kind of a rushed decision because, you know, once we got Czech 6 confirmed, then we confirmed the roster, we confirmed our schedules and how we're going to practice for it. We bought the tickets and we made everything go according to plan right there. But yeah, it was kind of a clusterfuck for quite a while. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe not quite as relaxed as you'd like to be about it?
It was kind of rushed. It is kind of pressured. Definitely could have used a little bit more time to prepare, to basically know that we're actually going to go. We could have used more time to actually know that we're going to have a sponsor or organization backing us. If we had, you know, a week or two more as cushion space to prepare, to finalize a roster, to get our tickets and accommodation, you know, sorted out with, that would have helped us a lot more, definitely.
Okay. Sorry, I lost my questions. Okay, moving on quickly to ESWC more specifically. How do you think you're going to match up against the European teams at this event? Who would you say your kind of biggest threats in your group are?
Right now, our biggest threat is Very Games. I think everyone would say that. Yeah. I'm not scared of them personally. I don't think anyone else on my team is scared of them. We know they're going to be a tough opponent to beat, but we can beat them, definitely. Apex Gaming is widely regarded as the second best team in Europe, and I haven't played them. I haven't seen much of them at all. All I know is that they've had some previous, you know, some good LAN experiences. They've won a few LANs, but I don't know if they've been playing recently or not. They haven't been scrimming too much, practicing at all, so I don't know how they're going to fare out against us. I think we might just be able to dominate them. And as far as everyone else in our group, I think it should be pretty easy. So we're expecting to be top 4, and then we'll play against one of the teams from Group B, I'm assuming, before we advance to the finals and play Very Games there. That's just what I'm assuming. Optimism. So we might be seeing Very Games in the finals just by the group structure and everything.
Right. Okay. Yeah, just getting onto tournament structure really quick. This is 2 groups of 6. Yes. Top 2 go through to a single elimination bracket. It's a little bit unorthodox, even by esports standards. Are you happy with the structure? Do you think it should have been done differently?
I do think it should have been differently. I think it should have been a double elimination best of 3, where each team is guaranteed 4 maps to play. The reason why I like a double elimination best of 3 is because if you play on a bad map, or you're not warmed up, or, you know, one of many different reasons, you're not completely screwed out of the entire event. You know, but if you lose one group play match to a team that, you know, you were underestimating or something, there's no room to recover. Yeah. If every other team, you know, beats those teams and you lose to them, basically that screws you over big time. Well, this is awkward. All right.
Just nearly got run over.
All right, so yeah, we were stationed in front of a parking garage, apparently. Didn't know about that. No. So yeah, I'm not too sure that the structure's that great for ESWC. It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. Definitely lots of room to have a lot of upsets, but for the most part, we're not really scared of not making out of, you know, group play. We think we have full confidence that we're going to make it out of group play. We're going to be top 4. So all we have to do is play and win our matches and keep our head in the game. But there is that little sense of, you know, if you do screw up, you're out of the tournament.
Yeah. Okay. Just finally then, getting on to a number of roster adjustments you've had quite recently, with Sam Days Marine stepping in Sorry, Laurie. With Sam Days-Marine has stepped in to replace Ryan Romba. Yep. Correct. Yeah. And Neil Montgomery has come in as a fifth for this event. Is this the strongest possible lineup you could have put together, or were you stronger a few months ago? Is this your best bet? Your best bet for a win here?
I believe so. I think that I guess the only adjustment that we've had since the ESCA is that we brought in Days for Ryan Rumba. Yeah. He did really well for us in that event. He put up numbers. I wish him well to whatever he's doing right at the moment. But I think Days as a fragger, he's more consistent than Ryan. He puts up more numbers. He's going to be taking the role of lead op. I know that Neil is really good with a rifle. He'll definitely put up more numbers than Ryan as well. So I think that in terms of consistency and just how everything's just going to play out, I think this is the strongest that we can have the roster. We have, a strong primary opper. We have two really good hybrids, and we got two really strong rifles. So I think our team's really strong. And we'll see in a few days, basically, how good we actually are.
Okay. Okay, well, just finally then, you're boot camping at the moment here in the middle of Paris somewhere. Your teammate's giving you the eyeballs. I should probably let you go back in soon. Are you working on anything specific at this boot camp, or is it just training as usual?
Well, we're hoping, we came a week early basically, hoping to play against a lot of European teams just so we could actually all get a feel for their playstyle. Dazed, Frost, and Neil haven't actually played against any Europeans, so there's that sense of kind of getting a feel for it, getting used to it. We don't want to go straight into the event cold and basically say, oh, so that's how they play, and get completely pummeled. We want to be able to have some scrim set up with LDLC, Very games, not so much dynamic because we've played them all the time online and in North America. So MTW and just whoever else is here, as well as online. We just want to basically get a feel for the European scene. We want to get adjusted to 75 hertz monitors. There's literally zero space to move your mouse here, so if we can adjust to these settings and this whole setup, then I think we'll be in better condition to play the actual LAN. Also, it's going to keep us warm. Our shot's going to be warm. Our aim might get improved because of practice. So all of these come into into play here when we came to boot camp. But yeah, just for practice mainly, just get some scrims out. Yeah.
Okay, Josh, thank you very much. Any shout-outs before we go?
Yes, I'd like to give shout-outs to Check 6 and their sponsors. I'd like to give a shout-out to everyone who donated. Everyone, it really helped. It did help a lot. I'd like to give a shout-out to my teammates for, about to dethrone Very Games as the best team in the world.
Confidence.
I want to give a shout-out to all our supporters, both at home and in Europe, just anyone who is rooting for us, as well as basically anyone who supported us, yeah.
Okay. Josh, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And good luck on Monday, I guess, when the Source Tournament starts. Everybody at home, stay tuned on to escanews.com. We'll have full coverage. Thanks.